What is going on with our girl Kenya? Now, after the whole, how should we say it? The potential revenge corn incident at Kenya Moore's hair spa event. It seems like there were a lot of rumblings and then things cooled down a little bit. But now we're, of course, talking about it again thanks to Kandi Burress being in the mix and showing her support for our girl Kenya. And we will talk a little bit about cancel culture since Mr. Andy Cohen has touched upon this topic in a recent interview that he did. So, with that said, we're going to get into it. But before that, subscribe, turn on notifications, and yeah, let's chat. All right, guys, it seems like Kandi Burris is in some hot water because she was on an interview recently where she said um, she doesn't like that they I guess Bravo suspended Kenya Moore from Housewives. Basically, lots of things have happened before, and people weren't. There wasn't enough outcry before. There's been so much crap that went on Housewives over the years. And her point is like, okay, like we did a lot of stuff back in the day. So, like, why now is Kenya getting suspended? So, Candy's exact words were, I don't like the fact that they suspended Kenya. I know a lot of people are like, she shouldn't have shown that, but this is Housewives. How many times we did something that you think somebody shouldn't do? So who made the rules? Look, I think Candy makes some fair points. What she's saying, it makes sense. Who are making the rules, right? Legally, I don't know. I haven't read NBC Bravo's I don't know, book of regulations and bylaws, so I don't really know what the rules are. If someone does, let us know if it clearly states what their talent can and cannot do. And if their talent does something, how do they get reprimanded? Is there some sort of clarity on that? That would be nice to know for, our dear housewives. Now, you guys, I'm sure, remember the whole situation between Kandi and Phaedra and Portia. This is why Kandi is catching flack for her recent support of Kenya. Like, we had that entire season where Phaedra accused Kandi of drugging and doing some other stuff to Portia, which is an insane accusation. And, it seemed like Portia basically got Phaedra off the show. So that's rich that this statement is coming from Kandi. Um, I don't know. I think that's interesting. We also have some other folks supporting Kenya. We, of course, when Kenya did her clickbait live, she had supporters, the likes of Drew Sidora, who's currently on the show. Portia also seems to be supporting Kenya and some of the other fellow housewives. It seems like, I don't know, production has taken a break. I'm not sure what's going on. Kenya seems to be like, she didn't do anything wrong. You will see me again. Like, I'm not going anywhere. That's what Kenya has been, projecting to us in the meantime. Now, Mr. Cohen, he is making the rounds, doing a lot of press and interviews lately, whether it be on print or, interviews like this. He was on the Today Show recently, and he admits he worries about getting canceled and claims we live in a society that wants to be outraged about everything. So I don't know. The man, he's been on Watch What Happens Live. That's right. It's the 15th anniversary. And he worries about getting canceled one day. We live in a society that is wanting to be outraged about everything, is what he said. I do think times have shifted. People are definitely more aware now of right or wrong, and I don't know, people's mental health, the way you come at someone. I mean, I'll take myself for example. I was buying hot sauce and, or no, chili oil, And I was so concerned with what oil was the base. And I'm like, well, if it's this oil, I don't want to buy it. But if it's that oil, it's the good stuff and I want to buy it. Even something simple as grocery shopping, we are very aware of what's in our products, what's on our shows, what's on our TV screens. Is there an over level of policing going on? Maybe. And the Kenya situation, guys, I think it's at a point where if we make enough of a buzz and Bravo hears us, then maybe they'll keep Kenya. But how are you gonna have a what is it? A reboot? It's not really a reboot. It's more of a shake up, this new cast they're coming out with, where obviously Kenya and Portia are like the main features of this new cast with like Brittany, Eady, Shamia. Is it Shamia Moore? Shamia, who is of course Portia's good girlfriend. We've seen her on the show before, but now she's in a more official capacity on the show. We got Kenya, obviously. Cynthia Bailey is an official friend of. Cynthia, of course, was on the show for years and years as an official housewife. We've seen, oh my God, what, like two of Cynthia's weddings. And now, of course, she splits time between LA and Atlanta. Guys, if Kenya is not on this new season, nobody cares. Like, let's be real. Portia, she can kind of talk about her situation. She kind of can't, since Simon is basically um getting legal about where you can film, what items you can even film with. The man literally got legal when it came to not filming in the house. Okay, fine. And then what was it? It was a car. I forget which car. He's like, well, you can't film my car on the show. So with Portia, we're getting half the stuff that we really want to see is, I'm thinking, how filming is going for Portia. And then the other girls, we don't know them. Do we really care? Not really. The fans really take to the OGs. Like, take a look at Orange County. We got Tamara, we got Heather, we got Vicky making some appearances. We got Alexis. We want to see these faces that we have been following for so long. Also, I don't know about you guys. I don't really care about young housewife. I want my housewives to be like at least like in that 45-ish range or up. I want housewives who have lived, honey, and like some good experiences in life that they can like tell us about, share about. I frankly am not interested in Atlanta if Kenya is not going to be a part of it. If you guys are on Twitter, go at Bravo, let them know we want Kenya. But I do think they are in a peculiar situation. Like, look at Real Housewives of Girls Trip Morocco. We will never see that. And all the online chatter I have seen from the fans regarding Morocco, we want to see it. We are like, just, blank out all the Caroline stuff. Like, who cares about her? We want to see all the other girls. We want to see, Alexis McCord back on our screens. We want to see Camille was on it, I believe. Yeah, like, we want to see these ladies in Morocco. Morocco is beautiful. Um, hey, it doesn't matter how much the fans want something. At the end of the day, Bravo is gonna look at their internal legal team, their hired legal teams, and be like, legally, where are we? Because if we air these shows and it costs us more in the end, then it's not worth it. So I get why Bravo's kind of like taking a step back, and they're like thinking, what should they do with Kenya? Because on one hand, they have the fans, but then on the other hand, we don't want another legal situation, thanks to, Brittany, Eady, and Kenya pulling out all that insurance fraud and the pick with the salacious stuff or the doctored pick. It's a whole situation, guys. Y'all, let me know. Chime in below in the comments. Do you think it was hypocritical of Kandi to be in support of Kenyan and the remarks she made? What do you think about cancel culture, these shows? Is there over policing going on? Chime in the comments below and subscribe if you haven't already. I will catch you all later.